Susan has fought her whole life for what she has. Working multiple jobs to support her family, serving her country, and raising her son alone after her husband died. But Susan couldn't beat her battle with depression. With the help of her son Josh, she learned about a proven talk therapy called Acceptance and Commitment Therapy, or ACT for depression. That's helped many people, including vets, get unstuck and move forward in their lives. Susan decided to give it a try. Working with her therapist, David, Susan learned she had a number of negative thoughts about herself and the future that she tried to push away, but they kept coming back. To stop this tug of war, Susan learned how to relate to her thoughts differently, which involves stepping back and observing thoughts rather than taking them as facts. Observing herself having thoughts, as opposed to being the thoughts, lifted a big weight. Next, Susan discovered how to live more in the present, instead of focusing on how things might have been, using a skill called mindfulness. Mindfulness involves observing what's going on inside and outside of us, without judging what's happening. Like noticing the feeling of cool raindrops on your skin, the taste of an orange, or the smell of fresh baked bread. With some practice, Susan saw this helped her get out of her head and connected to her life and the world around her. Throughout the treatment, Susan focused on how she chooses to live her life. First, she worked with David to clarify her values. What really matters to her? Then she focused on bringing those values to life. Before ACT, Susan didn't think much about how she wants to live her life. She just went day to day. To help her figure out what's important to her, David asked Susan to imagine herself at her 90th birthday party. Who's there, and what would she want them to say about her? Focusing on what's important reconnected Susan with parts of her she'd lost touch with. She identified values in 3 areas: being caring and compassionate, becoming closer to others, and challenging herself to grow and improve. Taking steps to bring these to life helped bring Susan to life. After just over 3 months of treatment, Susan's depression lifted. She feels more in control of her life and like she's moving forward. Not only has she started a volunteer training program at the USO, she's begun guitar lessons and enrolled in a local gardening club. When Josh returned from college, he saw and felt the difference in Mom right away. If you're feeling stuck like Susan and want to move forward in your life, there is effective help available. Learn more about proven treatments and how to get started on a new path at treatmentworksforvets.org.